This is the drawing of a sprinkler setup of a floor. Now, first you will look at the legend and see for the symbols which are designated on the left for each item on the right. So, for the sprinkler, you see the circular symbol. One, we'll go for the pendant sprinkler. For that, we'll scan the entire file and find the shape, which is a concentric circle made in red color. So the color here is important as well as the shape. We'll scan the entire file. We'll see how many sprinklers there are. We'll count each sprinkler one by one, going in from left to right. We zoom in on this. We see the concentric. So 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, next 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. It is really important to look out for each individual concentric circle. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 180, 188, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200, 201. Double checking again, scanning the entire file. Check if all sprinklers are numbered. Going through the entire file, scanning. After scanning the entire page for pendant sprinklers, the total count came up to be 201 sprinklers. Now for number 2 on the legend, we come to 32 dia pipe. We'll scan the page again for annotation that shows 32 in numbers and diameter symbol. We found one. We found the consecutive length, which is 1925 for this pipe. We found another annotation 32 diameter for this pipe. 3000 is the length. We also have to be careful about the color. So for this color, we know it's a 32 diameter pipe and the length is 3000. Again, 32 diameter, the length is 3000. This is the pipe. Again, the length is 3000 and here is the pipe. 32 diameter annotation. Here is the pipe. Length is 3000. Another 32 diameter pipe. The length is 3000. 32 diameter annotation. Here's the pipe, the length is 3000. Another 32 diameter pipe, length is 3000. Another 32 diameter pipe, this is the pipe, 33,000 is the length. Another 32 pipe, 3000 in length. From the annotation, another 32 dia pipe, this is the pipe, 3000 length. From the color, it's another 32 dia pipe with a length 3000. From the annotation, this is 32 dia pipe with a length 3000 for this pipe. Then from the color, it's again a 32 dia pipe for this length, which is 3000. 32 dia from the annotation, this is the pipe for 3000 32 dia from the color for the length 3000. 32 dia for this pipe, the length is 3000 From the color, this is a 32 dia pipe for length 3000 From the annotation, this is a 32 dia pipe and for 3000 From the color, this is a 32 dia pipe, 3000 from the length. From the annotation, this is a 32 dia pipe, length 3000. From the color, this is a 32 dia pipe, 3000 length. From the annotation, this is a 32 dia pipe, length is 3000. From the color, this is a 32 dia pipe, 3000 is the length, 3000 From the annotation, this is 32 pipe with 3000 length. From the color, this is a 32 dia pipe, 3000 in length. From the annotation, this is a 32 dia pipe, 3000 in length, 3000 Scan the page for more 32 dia pipes. Found another 32 dia annotation for this pipe. The length is 700 Another 32 dia for this pipe. For this pipe, length is 250 32 annotation. This is the pipe, 3000 is the length. .32 dia pipe annotation. This is the pipe. This is the annotation. This is another pipe. This is another pipe. For the first pipe, the length is 3250. For the second pipe, it's 630. For the third pipe is again 630. We found another 32 dia pipe. With this pipe, length is 630. Checking the drawing for 32 found a 32 dia pipe. This is the pipe for the length of 1800 Checking the drawing for 32 dia pipe. Rechecking the drawing again. So for the total cumulative length of the 32 pipe is 96,815 mm. Now for the third item on the legend, the 50 dia pipe in the dark blue color. We scan the page for 50 dia annotations. The 50 dia annotation with dark blue pipe. Length of the pipe is 1400. This is the pipe. And the second pipe with the length of 3950. Scanning the page for more 50 dia pipe annotations or dark blue color. Found a 50 dia pipe annotation for this pipe length. Pipe length is 6000 Found another 50 dia pipe annotation for this pipe. Length of the pipe is 4300 Searching for more 50 dia pipe annotations or dark blue color pipe. Found a 50 dia annotation and a dark blue pipe. Found another 50 dia annotation for this pipe. Another 50 dia annotation. The pipe is split up, so the first part of the pipe is 1785 plus 6000 plus 6000 plus 6000 plus 1715. The total for 50 dia pipe comes out to be 37,150 Now for number 4 on the list, 65 dia pipe, we're gonna find light blue color and 65 and a diameter sign as annotation. Scanning the page for 65 dia annotation. Found a 65 dia annotation with length 2600. Found another pipe for 65 dia. This pipe, the length is 4550. Searching the page for 65 dia annotation. Found another pipe with 65 dia annotation. Length of the pipe is 3125. Found another pipe. Length of the pipe is 2050 mm. Scanning the page. Total length of pipe used for 65 dia pipe is 12,325 mm. Now line item number 5, 150 dia pipe, blue color. We search for 150 dia annotation. We found one for this pipe. Length of this pipe is 1100 mm. And 150 dia for this pipe, length of 6000 mm plus 1150 mm. (6,000 mm length, 1,150 length). On to the next pipe. 150 dia for this pipe, which is split into two pipes, each of 6,000 mm plus 4,450 mm. Found another 150 dia annotation for the pipe length, which goes on but is split into three individual pipes, each 6,000 mm in length, plus 2,500 mm plus 6,000 mm plus another 6,000 mm. Searching the page for any more total running length of 150 dia pipe used is 51,200 mm length. Now finding line item number 6, 25 dia pipe. Searching the page for 25 dia pipe annotation. Found 25 dia pipe annotation for this pipe. Length of each pipe is 1,075 and 1,000. Another pipe is length 2,750. Another pipe is 1,705. Found another 25 dia annotation for pipe length 825. Found another pipe with 25 dia annotation, length 5,850. Found another pipe, 25 dia annotation, length is 2,300. 25 dia pipe from the color, length is 3,100. 25 dia pipe, length 3,100. mm. Another 25 dia pipe, length 2200. 25 dia pipe, length 850 plus 1450. Another 25 dia annotation pipe, length 6000. From the color, another pipe of 25 dia, length 6000. Selected from the annotation, another 25 dia, length of 6000 From the color, another pipe 6000 length. From the annotation, another 25 dia pipe, length 6000 From the color, another pipe of 25 dia, length is 5175 From the annotation, another pipe of 6000 From the color, another pipe of 6000 From the annotation, another pipe of 6000 Another from the color, another annotation of 25 dia pipe, length 6000 From the annotation, another pipe of 25 dia, length 6000 From the color, 25 dia pipe, 6000 length. From the annotation, 25 dia pipe, 6000 length. From the color, 25 dia, 6000 length. From the annotation, 25 dia, 6000 length. From the color, 25 dia pipe, 6000 length. From the annotation, 25 dia pipe, 5175 length. From the color, 25 dia pipe, 6000 length. From the color, 25 dia, 6000 length. From the color, 25 dia, 6000 length. From the annotation, 25 dia and 6000 length. From the color, 25 dia and 6000 length. From the annotation, 25 dia and 6000 length. From the color, 25 dia and 6000 length. From the annotation, 25 dia, this pipe is 6000 length. From the color, it's a 25 dia pipe with the length of 6000 From the annotation, 25 dia pipe, this is the length of 6000 Scanning the page for other 25 dia pipes. Annotated 25 dia pipe with 4210 length. Found another annotation for a 25 dia pipe. This is the pipe. The length of the pipe is 4210 Another annotation for 25 dia pipe. This is the pipe. Length of pipe is 4210. This is another annotation of 25 dia pipe. This is the pipe length is 4210. 25 dia pipe annotation. This is the pipe of length 1790 Another pipe, 25 dia. This is the length of the pipe, 1790 Another annotation for 25 dia pipe. This is the pipe, another length of 1790 mm. Another pipe from color, 25 dia, 1790 length. Annotation, 25 dia pipe. This is the length. Length of the pipe is 4900 mm. 25 dia pipe by color. Length of the pipe is 5200. 25 dia annotation for this pipe. Length is 4570 mm. Pipe from color is a 25 diameter pipe of length 4570 mm. Pipe from annotation is a 25 diameter pipe of length 4570. Searching file for 25 diameter annotation. Found 25 diameter annotation for pipe. This is the pipe. Length of the pipe is 4550 mm. Found pipe by color, 25 diameter pipe of length of 4550 mm. 25 diameter pipe of length 4550. 25 diameter pipe by color, length is 4550. 25 diameter pipe by annotation, length of the pipe is 4550. 25 diameter pipe by annotation, length of the pipe is 4550. 25 diameter pipe by color, length of the pipe is 4550. 25 diameter pipe found by annotation. This is the length of the pipe, 2865. Another pipe found, 25 diameter, length of the pipe is 1200. Another pipe found, 25 diameter, length of the pipe is 1200. Another pipe found, length is 1200. 25 diameter annotation found for pipe length 4550. 25 diameter pipe by color, found by color, length is 4550. 25 diameter pipe found by annotation, length of the pipe is 4550. 25 diameter pipe found by color, length is 450. 25 diameter pipe found by annotation, length of the pipe is 450. 25 pipe found by color, length of the pipe is 4550. 25 diameter pipe found by color, two pipes of 1425 each. 25 diameter annotation found, pipe length 1425. 25 diameter annotation found, length 1425 pipe found by color, length 1425 mm. Pipe found by color, length 1425 mm. 25 mm diameter pipe found by annotation, length of the pipe is 1425. 25 mm diameter annotation pipe found, length of the pipe is 1425. 25 mm diameter pipe found by color, length of the pipe is 1425. 25 mm diameter pipe found by color, length of the pipe is 975. 25 mm diameter pipe found by annotation, length of the pipe is 1425. 25 mm diameter pipe found by annotation, length of the pipe is 1425. Pipe found by color, 25 mm diameter pipe, length of the pipe is 1425. Another pipe found by color, length of the pipe is 1425. 25 mm diameter pipe found by annotation, length of the pipe is 1425. 25 mm diameter pipe found by annotation, length of the pipe is 1425. Searching for more pipes with annotation 25 mm diameter. Total cumulative length of 25 mm diameter pipe is 252,390. Item number 7 on the legend, 100 mm dia pipe, dark green color. Searching the file for dark green color pipes or 100 mm dia annotation. Found 100 mm dia annotation. Found the dark green pipe. The pipe is subdivided into multiple pipes. The first part has the length of 6000 mm. Second part has a length of 6000 mm. Third part has a length of 5750 mm. Fourth part has a length of 6000 mm. Fifth part has a length of 6000 mm. Searching the file for other 100 mm dia annotations or dark green color. That brings the total length of 100 mm dia pipe to 29,750 mm.